Hello, welcome to another episode of Maiva and Me. And today I'm going to tell you how I learned Japanese. And I'm going to do it in a very quick way. Maybe no editing, I guess. And yeah. So, the beginning of how I learned Japanese is I was influenced by my cousin. So, my cousin got me into watching Bleach. And then after that, I stopped being, the gangster that I was. And I started, studying. And the first book I ever got, and if it's here, I found it, was a living language, Japanese for course book basics. The basics, right? Did that. Went to chapters, got the book, started studying. They had three different CDs inside of it. I went over those. I would read. So here's what I did, right? So I would read the book, and then I'd watch like anime or some kind of media or like dramas or whatever. And then I kept after I'd finished watching like anime or dramas or whatever, I would, study. I would study in that book, right? And then I would do this for at least an hour. And I know I say this a lot, but I don't like doing a lot of work. I like doing smart work, right? So I have everything that is what I want to do in a day. I have it down to a little bit amount of hours, right? Because I want to get everything in my day, right? I'm that kind of person, right? So people can say, oh, he has a lazy method of doing things. But at the time, I did say that, I had a lazy method of doing things because I just didn't want to do a lot of stuff. I want to have my time to myself, right? And I've been like that, to this day and maybe forever, right? So I kept doing that, and I realized that I need to meet people and talk to people, right? So there's two things that I did, right? There's one is that there was online, places, online places like italki. I think it was Facebook. Everybody uses Facebook. And there's language groups that I would go on to. The biggest mission I did was to go downtown and actually take the initiative to meet Chinese people. But the way I did that is going through language groups and searching for if they had because most language groups that are Japanese or whatever, they have these kind of meetups, right? And then all I needed to do was search where they do the meetups, and then after that I joined that, and then I made a whole bunch of Japanese friends, and from that I made it my mission to do the same thing I was doing at home, watching the media and studying my course book to understand what's going on for an hour. And then I'd go back and talk to Chinese people and test out what I've already learned, right? And because of that, what your brain does, it takes the references that you have that are true, and then it gives you this idea of just like, oh, it is truth. This is what it actually is. And then you feel more secure about it, and then you just keep going with that, right? And I kept on doing this. I only knew Romaji, and then after that, Chinese people encouraged me to, study hiragana and katakana. And then after I did that, and then it turned into kanji in the fact of like manga, right? So manga let's say Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball. Started doing the whole manga. I started, most of the time I was reading things online. I was reading things, scan lines, before they would come out or whatever. And that turned into this, studying kanji, right? So kanji, it came from, just like that site that I made a video about, and how to learn 60 kanji in a day. I made a video about that for the site that I found that gives you 1,947 characters of the Joyo, right? And the Joyo is like essential characters for Japanese, right? So I made a video. I don't know if I'll link it, but really good video. The video's not good. The video's garbage. The link that's in that video, really good for you. There was also another site that was called Speedonkey. I don't know if everybody remembers Speedonkey, but Speedonkey was for the JLPT, and it had up to I think it was GoQ to EQ, and I went through all of that. And I went over it over and over again, and I still did the 1 hour method that I always do, and I would go through each one, relentlessly, and then at the same time I'd go and meet Chinese people and try it out and test it out, or go online and I'll try it and test it out. This is the the mindset of a language learner. If you don't have this mindset, you can't learn language. I know people go to school and they have like, worksheets, and then they go and drill over there or what they learn from the teacher. But that is not effective. That is memorizing things just to pass the test. When you're a language learner, you continue to improve on yourself because it's forever. It's you can only be as good as the amount of effort you put in, and that is what every language learner that I know pride themselves on. So you can't escape that. If you're trying to find a shortcut to get better at another language ever, there is no shortcuts. There's just effectiveness. So that's how I'm just like, put in an hour and work on the hours consistently. Alright, so that turned into, me going back and forth and using Speedonky, using the Asahi website, and then that turned into me like, oh, you should go to Japan and be a translator, do that. In the beginning, it turned into ESL, of like teaching people English as another language over, and then that turned into like, I think it was like Leaf Cup, and then I was like, I really need to get into what I do. So I remember my friend showed me it was a job listing on Craigslist, and then after that he sent me that, and then it was a company that needed a translator, and I did that, and I did translating all the way through into Land on a working holiday visa, and yeah, that's how I got really good at Japanese, and that's how my story came to play. So if you're really into Japanese, if you really want to know more about Japanese, ask me questions. I have a Twitter. I'm always on there. I follow a lot of people. I follow photographers that are Japanese that do really cool, dope pictures, whatever, right? So I'm always like interacting and all that stuff. But anyways, if you like the video, like the video. If you like my videos, subscribe, because stop playing these games. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. I hope you like this straightforward, just me just telling you what it is, because I feel that a lot of people need this. And yeah, see you guys next time.